High-grade Universal Century Full Armor Unicorn Gundam. Hey, what's up again everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs, gundam.tk, and in the last part of my review, I took a look at the HGUC Unicorn Gundam in only its Unicorn mode, as you'd be getting with the plastic plates A to D here from HGUC 101. But of course, the kit you're looking at right here is the 3,000 yen full armor version of the Unicorn Gundam. No changes to the Gundam itself besides keep the shield, so let's see what these plastic parts and these fun weapons are going to be bringing to this Unicorn party. But first it's time to weigh in here, and to do this, for comparison's sake, I'm always going to do shield and beam rifle, but in this case he's only got the bazooka, 60 grams for Unicorn mode, 67 here for destroy, and sometimes along the way you've just got to stop. Remember that you can be doing any of these intermediate forms when you're putting them all together. The two Gatling guns fit on there very well and look incredible. Nice heavy arms take here. And here he's getting as full armored as he's going to get, unless you want to protect the top of his back there. The two shields are going to attach on nicely, and the weapons in hand are going to start to look very busy there. The shield, the good part there, again, that gray is going to be showing through. And the beam magnum, though, the fact that it's a different color there is going to be a little bit off-putting. But now this is getting closer and closer to what everybody is very excited to see in episode 7. Well, we've already seen this at the end of episode 6 down there. In terms of first impressions, well, he's going to be looking busy, but it's still going to be a controlled kind of busy down there. The color white is that was dominating the overall color scheme there is now going to be offset by two different shades of gray there. And I think that the biggest improvement is just going to be the red parts that we're going to see for all the missiles down there, for the legs and up in the top. You're not going to see as many from the back. But the fact that you've got two different varieties there on either side of the grenade, or on the bazookas, which also have the grenade launchers, which are only going to be seeing from the back there. But the Gatling guns over the shoulders look good, as does the shield there. You can put it in an up or down position. This is the one they're going to be showing in the manual. Overall, this guy is looking like he packs a punch. It's just a question of how he's going to be getting to the battle with this much attached on. So to run through some basic stuff though, what's going to be changing? Well, the mobility for the legs is not going to be impacted here. For the arms, of course, you're not going to be able to do all as much as you could in terms of rotating, just because they're going to be banging into the back there. The parts here, they are going to be feeling a little bit loose here, and the bazookas, you can just see that everything's going to want to move, but overall on its own, if you give the whole thing a shake, it is going to be feeling a lot more secure than the Master Grade could ever dream of. If his ankles would support him, he's bumped up to a big 103 grams. For height comparison, here he is next to the Perfect Strike Gundam, which is going to be taking the Launcher Strike, the Sword Strike, and the Ale Strike and putting them all together there. In terms of head height, of course, these mid-Universal Century kits should be a lot taller there, as you can see from the head height, never mind the horn height there. But in terms of overall symmetry, well, the Strike is not going to have it at all. But in terms of the colors, you've just got to say that one is going to be looking like a cartoon, and the other one like a weapon of war. You've already seen him with the Banshee Norn, which is looking a little bit forlorn, because in terms of power-ups, well, I think I'd rather have all of that attached onto my back rather than just a booster shield and some cool gold tinfoil seals back there. But hulked out in destroy mode, either the Unicorn or the Banshee, when you take a look at that there, if their ankles would actually support them, you're going to see that there's not going to be too much of a difference in height between the tops of the bazookas there and the top of the Banshee/Unicorn horns when they're going to be split up into the V-fins there. And with the extra armed armors attached onto the arms there, it looks like just this regular Banshee, painted though as he is, could give this guy a run for his money at the moment. And I have to say that in terms of visual impact, say what you will about cartooniness and the tricolors here, albeit the blue is going to be a little bit toned down for the new Gundam from Char's Counterattack. Here in the high-grade Universal Century, if you saw these two, I would have said at first that this one should be more visually impactful, if that's the right way to say it. But the new Gundam, I think, if you put them side by side, besides the fact that this guy's got red polka dots all over the place, the new Gundam seems to take the edge in visual oomph. If you saw the last part of the review where I just took a look at the unicorn mode by itself, you'll see that the ankles were pretty terrible and ground poses were limited. With this one, it's going to be even more so, because you're not going to be able to maneuver the arms around too much because of all of that stuff on the back. However, it's just sort of funny that magically he's balanced out right now and his ankles seem to want to support him without the help of an action base too. And if you want more of the focus on the beam magnum there, with a little bit of fiddling you can just get it to fit in between the bazooka and the missiles there, and he can be looking down the barrels of both the BM instead of BR there, and the Gatling guns. And I didn't really think it would work, but you can draw attention down to the hand grenades as long as he doesn't try to go grab them, as there's really no option for opening them up, but you can have some focus down there on the lower weapons before bringing your attention back up where it belongs. And when I try this, I can't help but think of Macross and its triple changers there. If you want to try to bring that Gatling gun, this one's actually going to lean forward, but the bazookas are going to be stationed back there. You can rotate these around, but the further back that you look at it, the more awkward the actual pose is actually going to be. No, you can guess that that one's not going to work. And before the big reveal, just make sure that you've got everything lined up properly. So this thruster part, you're going to want to have this slit opening up to the lower part there vertically. And when you take this on, this is on a bit of an octagon, so you can take it off adjusted so that you've got this part running up and down. And with the big boosters attached on here, it's going to barely fit on my rotating base. But they're actually going to be looking pretty good back there. Again, make sure that they're all lined up properly. But these just right off the hop just seem to be fitting in there better than the master grades, which came across as being a little bit flimsy there, because they're actually going to be properly locked in there. Make sure everything's aligned, but those little red seals back there, combined with the missiles and the hand grenades in the front, are so far the only color that we've been adding to this kit. And if you can see this guy from different angles, he's actually going to be looking sort of exciting. So Foz, for your final weight, the box is zeroed out here. What are we going to be getting? 138 grams for high-grade Universal Centuries. How much of a heavyweight is this guy? New, 97. HGUC Perfect Strike, 79. But I think for me, the two biggest questions were, can we get these large, oversized boosters to actually work there without the stands? And the answer is yes. If you've got him up on an action base, you can actually have him launching, getting ready to go fight the Banshee. And the final burning question is, can you take the Master Grade Full Armor, which is notorious, at least in my eyes, as a brick, and make this guy look cool? Well, the answer for that, with the help of an action base too, is going to be yes. So no house building here with this MS in the full armor unicorn mode. Anyway, everybody, stick around for the verdict, and of course, don't forget that you can leave your own verdict with a comment down below, and head on over to gundamreviews.net, there's direct links down below, and go to the post for this kit, and just simply tell me, do you like or dislike this? Would love to see and find out. The Destiny Gundam Real Grade is running at about 80%. Where will this one go? And of course, stick around for the verdict where I'll have my list of all the good and bad things that I could pick out of this kit, and I'll be showing it off on a few different forms. Anyway, thanks a lot as always for watching, commenting, subscribing, and stick around for lots more. See you, everybody. Bye. See you next episode, Banagher, and you'll have no sympathy from me. Yes, I'm definitely doing it wrong here.